And I'm going to turn my fraps back on again. Hopefully that piece in the middle isn't erased. I've been having fraps issues. I don't know what's going on. So Obsidian Destroyer now with the Aegis as well. Pretty much signals GG for the Sentinel team. At 40 minutes, an Obsidian Destroyer with a Lincoln Sphere and a Ginsu's and an Aegis means that the Scourge team can effectively try for a Rax now, which is I think what they're going to do here. Go top and try for that Rax. There's not much that Sentinel can do at the moment. Tidehunter has picked up his Blink Dagger and his Hood. Yes, very magical damage orientated lineup by the Scourge here, so that's probably a better option, especially with his shield already being on the Tidehunter. Hood does make him a lot more beefy here. Clockwork initiating here. We see target going very early onto that Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden using her ultimate. Obsidian Destroyer getting taken out. We do see Clockwork picking up a kill. Probably the yes, he did use his Blade Mail to the full effect there. But an Aegis, like I said, being picked up on this Obsidian Destroyer, making him an absolute nightmare. Because even if you target him here, you manage to pick him off here, while you're trying to take down quite a strong and quite a high armored Obsidian Destroyer, the rest of your team is really going to get torn to shreds by the magical damage being laid down by the Scourge lineup. Sniper popping his BKB, has picked up a Chrysalis. He's trying to manically defend this tower here. The reason he picks up that BKB is it stops the orb damage of Obsidian Destroyer. But when he pops his BKB, Obsidian Destroyer just waits till the end of it, ulties him, and then 2 hits him down to, I don't know, a third HP there. Like I said, Obsidian Destroyer simply got 2 tank, and if you are going to focus on him, it's using his ulti there just to pick up a kill on Crystal Maiden. Well played by him, realizing that 1 hit from it was enough. An effective and a worthwhile use of it just to kill him off there. Stop his annoyance, stop Crystal Maiden's annoyance in team fights. Puck gonna just go in here, just trying to also yet again annoy Harbinger. But he's so tank at the moment that it doesn't really matter what goes on. This Lich popping his Blade Mail here, we're going to see right click damage, Blade Mail on this Clockwork, proving too much for the Obsidian Destroyer. I know that he can't right click damage him. Pajkatt laying down some long distance smack on him here, and Kev ends Obsidian Destroyer's unstoppable streak. So the Blade Mail initiating here, as well as the silence with the puck and the combo with Sniper's DPS long range now, is proving an effective force here, but that's only rarely on this uphill, on this ramp here. Also, I'd like to point out there, did you notice how long ago Scourge raxed? Scourge raxed 30 seconds before Obsidian Destroyer got picked up. You know, he should be saying to himself, he's used buyback now, but you've just raxed. Why do you care if your Lich goes down? Yes, you want to try save him, but he's not really that, he's not such a high level at the moment. Lich is only level 19, so he'll respawn relatively quickly. And your team's not exactly going to be attempting another push soon. I mean, you're going to rax and then back off, get some more farm. So why try save your Lich in the same point, sacrifice yourself and go down? Has picked up a BKB now, so 2,300 HP, 20 armor without even Lich being there, without leaving Lich being present, dealing 200 pure damage. Pretty unstoppable here at the moment. Clockwork just using his rockets to scout out, try push some lanes at the same time all over the map. Necrolite trying to get up some more farm. Now let's do another farm check. 233 going to Pajkatt. He's going to be picking up his Breeze quite soon. Kev on 94. He's going to be going for a Ginsu's, I think, yeah, probably a Ginsu's, just to disable this Obsidian Destroyer even more, disable that Necrolite. Blade Mail also going to be picked up on Boom Shakalaka. I'm just going to minimize this because initiation mid here. Navi picks off Clockwork's head. Picks off Kev's head. So Kev obviously got caught out in the middle of this team fight here. Maybe tried to initiate wave and made a mistake and got picked off. Got picked off by the Scourge lineup. I'm going to go back to my creep check here. 129 on the Clockwork. He's finally picked up his Heart of Tarrasque. I did see it earlier. I probably forgot to mention it earlier that he picked up his Reaver. He picked up his Reaver about 10 minutes. 10 minutes? No, not 10 minutes ago. Just before Obsidian Destroyer got his Aegis, I noticed that Clock had got his Messerschmitt's Reaver. So that's, if you want to know the timeline of his items, that's about when he got it. I did notice it. Sorry, I forgot to mention it. But he has now picked up his heart. I'm going to be checking out his HP now. 2,900 HP with quite a lot of low arm and a lot of high magical damage coming from the Scourge team. And especially with all the DPS, we see Puck being swapped in here, BKB and a double heal being popped onto this Obsidian Destroyer. He's just going to right click this Clockwork to death. Clockwork does go down. Navi picks up a kill on that thing here. We see a double kill being picked up by Navi. Sniper's going to ulti this Earthshaker to death here. Sniper's just standing in the back, but an ultimate goes off by Obsidian Destroyer, getting a kill onto the Sniper. Puck phase shifts. Is he going to be able to blink out? Puck is able to blink out here, but GG is going to be called. Scourge getting a second Rax over here, tanking in the team fight. If we look at what's happening here, it's going to pause the game quickly because GG is going to be called very soon. 3 heroes went down in that battle. Tidehunter, no, sorry. So anyway, Clockwork went down, Navi went down, Kev surviving, but not laying down enough effective DPS. Pajkatt went down. Think though, however, Pajkatt did go down. I can't see him on the map, but I don't know why he's not. Oh, he is being signaled dead. Pajkatt went down. Seen as your carry is being down, that's GG being called. We see the 2 main farmers on Sentinel here picking up the farm that they really need. I'm just gonna go unpause this game till GG is called. But effectively a great team fight being won here. Even though they're pushing uphill, even though they're trying to take Raxes, there's simply the too much heals. GG being called. Vigos leaving the game. So that's GG. Scourge is going to end this game here. And yeah, it took one team fight over here. Bad play by Sniper in this portion of the map. Bad play by Sniper, getting himself stuck here. Ultra kill being picked up by the Obsidian Destroyer. Then essentially picked up an Aegis, used the Aegis to Rax here. Once Rax was won, the heroes on the Scourge side were simply just, too armored, too fed, too high DPS. 4-star being picked up for use against that Clockwork. If you get trapped, you just 4-star yourself out. BKB finally being picked up there by the Obsidian Destroyer. Just not worrying about anything else and just right-clicking people to death. Too much heal, too much tankiness, and the lineup and the Sentinel team weren't able to pick them off. Even though Scourge was attacking Sentinel uphill, Sniper wasn't able to be defensive enough, to be good enough or get the correct positioning to take off any of his heroes, simply because of this armor from Lich, the heal from the Necrolite, the heal from this Lich as well as good play, well-placed fishes, BKBs being popped by this Obsidian Destroyer, and just super high tankiness by this Destroyer made them pretty much unable to be killed. The score in this game is relatively even, 34 for 32. Farms are leaning towards the Scourge side. We see Shirley on the Obsidian Destroyer picking up a lot more farm than Pajkatt did on the Sniper, as well as 14 kills compared to 9, so that gave him a lot more farm. Navi picking up enough farm to make him a super tank and just out-tanking everything on the Sentinel lineup. And I think one of the costs here, and I think the biggest issue in terms of this game is, if you think about it, if both teams reach in the early game phase, Sniper's not tank DPS enough to do anything, and we didn't see the Sentinel team roaming effectively enough, like I said they should need to do in order to allow Sniper to get late game and get his farm up. Didn't see them roaming effectively enough to stop this Obsidian Destroyer getting farm and to stop this Necrolite getting too tank for them to do anything. However, we did see mid-game roaming by this Clockwork like we expected, was effective. That was good play, well played by him. But we saw the Lich, we saw the Earthshaker, and we saw the Vengeful Spirit roaming way more effectively for the Scourge, picking off this Puck, forcing him out of his lane, not allowing him to get farm. killing Boom Shakalaka on many occasions. His name still makes me laugh, and just simply stopping the sniper getting too farmed and getting too fed. And so in the early game phases, when Sentinel needed to be effective, they weren't as effective as they should have been. And in the late game phases, simply put, your damage from Puck, your damage from Tidehunter, your damage from Clockwork, and your damage from Crystal Maiden is going to get out-tanked by a Lich and get out-tanked by a Necrolite with the items that they have. And if that gets out-tanked, you don't really give much room for a sniper to work with in terms of having to compete with the farmed Obsidian Destroyer. If your heroes can't pick, if your team can't pick off the support of Scourge, then there's no way that a sniper is going to be able to pick off an Obsidian Destroyer and pick off the teammate of the Obsidian Destroyer which are still alive. That's too much pressure to put on Pajkatt. Yes, he didn't have the best farming game possible, but you know, respect to him. Like, he did have a mammoth task against him here, and it was well played in terms of the roaming trio that we saw earlier from Scourge. Really won in the game here, allowed this Obsidian Destroyer to get farmed, and allowed this Necrolite also to get simply 2-tank, and put Pajkatt on the back foot from the early game, and stop the roaming of Sentinel team, and really that caused Scourge to win this game. So I hope you guys found my commentary informative. Yeah, I tried to shorten down on the strategy. I had to throw in a bit of analysis at the end there, just a bit of habit, but I hope you guys found the game really interesting. I liked this Obsidian Destroyer pick. That made me, that felt cool, you know, and I liked seeing Vigos on Clockwork because, hey, Vigos is awesome, and Kev on Puck, and, you know, these sort of interesting team picks now going on. You should be seeing much more sort of team play dynamics and stuff going on from these non-standard games, you know, playing with different pub players, or not pub players, but good players playing together differently, seeing how effective different picks and different bands and different sort of team lineups, game strategies, and team strategies can be. And I hope you guys, if you're playing in clans, this sort of, you can see how people are working better together. We see how the laning lineups work better, or work with these unusual teams, and I hope you guys learn from this and can maybe start trying some out. Yeah, and on that note, good night, guys. Cheers, it's Cold Blooded signing off.